What's going on, peeps? Word goes around that we're giving away a pretty crazy turbo kit for you Mark IV guys and gals. Don't get me wrong, boys and girls are allowed to own Mark IVs. So, what's going on is exactly it. What are we doing? Why are we doing this? Let's have fun. Let's talk. You guys have any questions? Feel free to ask me because I'm here to help. I'm here to answer. I'm Pinchi Al. So, let's do it. One thing I can give you guys a heads up on is that this kit is authentic. You guys saw the previous video. We are already at 160 entries and counting. I just got another like 5 more right now. If you heard that little ding, that was my phone. This counts for anybody in and outside of the United States. We're going worldwide with this kit. Now, how do you get it? Very, very simple. If you're outside of the country, Canada, UK, Belgium, Germany, Italy, Australia, very, very simple, guys. If you go to my online store, which is, I'll put in the comments down below. There's a link on the left-hand side that says international orders. Very simple, very easy to get a hold of. Follow those instructions. Send me that email. Tell me the quantity of stickers that you're going to order and which stickers you're going to order. That way, I know how many entries to give you guys. Just so you guys know, I'm going to give you guys a name right now who you're up against. Maddie Dread, 50 entries. All right, this guy bought 50 entries. So I'm keeping a log right here of every single order for every single entry. And what's going to happen is once these are all done, I am going to print out each person's name with how many entries they had and just print them out, cut them up, and we're going to draw them live. Very, very simple. And we're going to have to do this 800 times. So I'm doing a lot of work for you guys. Be excited for this. Hold on. Because this kit is worth way over $3,000, and we're going to give it away. Okay? Be excited. Okay? While we're here live, feel free to ask. I'm here to answer your guys' questions as best I can and as thorough as I can. I have my chat room up open here. Post up anything you guys want to talk about. I'm here to talk to you guys. More information is really simple. We're doing this. The way we're going to announce the winner is once we hit 800 entries, I'm going to just go on and announce the winner. Pretty straightforward. Not very difficult. We're going to do it live on YouTube. That way you guys can see how it's going and how it's going to happen. Another thing is, excuse me, I am going to pay for your shipping. Don't worry about it. I will freight this to you, put it on a pallet, wrap every single item individually, box everything individually, and ship it to you in a pallet as safe as possible. And if it's going to be shipped outside of the United States, same procedure. We're just going to ship it right out, same way, palletize it, and get it shipped out correctly. Do not worry about the cost of anything. Just buy your stickers, buy your entries. Very simple. I noticed you guys were asking for more variety in stickers, so I did. I added another 10 different stickers available for you guys to purchase. I know it kind of sucks having a ton of the same stickers. Give them to your friends, put them on your toolbox, do whatever you guys want with them. I mean, honestly, they're just for fun. I'm just trying to get entries in so you guys can get this kit. if you guys have any other specific questions about how it all works, one thing, a lot of you guys are asking if you guys buy something separate, like a T-shirt, a vent, something like that. Those do not count for entries, just because those actually cost a decent amount of money for me to make. So I cannot use those. Stickers don't cost me much money to make, so I'm okay with that. You know, it's kind of a win-lose situation for me on that one. But on the 3D printed stuff that I make, unfortunately, I am not going to allow those as entries, just because it won't be fair for a lot of the other people who do not want to spend that much money for an entry. Another thing is T-shirts still don't count. Thank you for buying a T-shirt. Thank you for buying any of my 3D printed products. I very, very much appreciate it, but I'm sorry that it does not include an entry. I am not going to bend or break any of my rules for that reason. It's only fair. Trying to think what else is there. Updates on the Mark II and the Corrado. Well, the Mark II and the Corrado, I can't give you guys much because they're a season 6 special, but I'm going to tell you one thing is that I have a buttload of DIYs. I've been a very, very busy beaver. As you can see, I'm raggedy, and it's just been a very hectic couple months. Last month, January, was actually one of the worst months for me because of the rain. It really sucked. However, we're finally out of the rainy, like a lot of rain. So I'm going to get back to work and finish up some stuff. That's pretty much it, though. I mean, hi, everyone. Thanks for joining in. There's not many people on here, but thank you again for joining in. You guys have any questions? I'm here to answer anything you guys want. In all honesty, I want to make sure that you guys are happy and excited for this contest. So I want to make sure you guys, one of you guys win. You know, it's really important that one person wins, and one person who really wants it, though. One person who really, really wants it. And I think I already know one person who really wants it because he bought a lot of entries. I will every day I will keep you guys posted and updated on how many entries we have. But again, Maddie Dread, thank you for the 50 entries. We are almost at 200 entries, so that means we have 600 more to go. That's not hard to do. As you can see, in less than 24 hours, we already hit 200, or almost 200. So let's keep them going. I'm already producing stickers and other stuff for the orders. I'm going to be pretty busy working hard for these, for all you guys who made an entry. Please be patient. We will be shipping everything out as I have time to get everything transferred, weeded, and all that, and mailed out. It is a slow process, but we do have all your guys' information right here in this big stack of entries already right now so far. So this is all the people that have placed orders today, just today. So you guys will all be taken care of. Don't worry as they come in. It is a slow process since it's only me and my wife doing everything together. We will get there. We will get there. Just please bear with us. That's all I ask for. Thanks for joining in. If you're just joining in, if you have any comments, please make a comment. I'm here watching you guys and listening. More than anything, I would love to hear from you guys. I love talking to a lot of you people. It's pretty cool. I get to, you know, meet my fans, meet my friends and my family. It's exciting. I like it. My followers, I love all you guys, man. You guys are awesome. I'm just trying to get my channel up here in just a moment here. Let's see here. Switch channels. There we go. Any questions, though? Excuse me, guys. Excuse me. A little tired. Been a very, very busy day. Oh, there we go. I didn't see any of the chats. Sorry, guys. Let's see. Hey, Devin. No. Hey, how's it going? Edwin. How's it going? Martin. Aloha. Brian Acosta. Hey, how's it going? Darren Vitru. Hey, what oil coolant lines do you use for F23? Where did you get them? Good question. I'll give you an answer in just a moment. Braden Lott, I'm really excited for this. Thank you, thank you. Braden Lott, how many entries are we right now? Stickers for turbos. I love that. Let's see. Casey, hello. Braden Lott. Guys, stickers I want so bad. Jeez, you guys. Matt, how many entries are in? Congratulations on the good news. Keep up the good work. Thank you, Rye. Braden Lott. Oh, good question. How much power can this turbo kit make? This turbo kit can make over 350 horsepower properly tuned. Okay. Right now, I am at 167 entries, not including about the 10 that just came in. So I would say 170 plus. We're almost at 200. So for Darren Vitro, what coolant lines did I use? Very, very, very good question, sir. The coolant lines you want to use are from the Audi TT225. Do not use, and I'm telling you this right off the bat, do not use the coolant lines that oil and coolant lines that Franken Turbo provide. They don't work really well. I'm not a fan of them. They're really hard to get aligned and get adjusted. Don't get me wrong, Doug from Franken Turbo is an awesome guy, but I think they need to do a little bit more R&R on their kit. I ended up using Audi TT 225 coolant and coolant and oil lines, and they bolted right on flawlessly. Will the transmission and axles handle that? Brian Lott. Well, guess what? If you know how to drive your car, number one, and know how to put the know how to actually go into boost correctly, don't dump the clutch on first gear, you'll handle it. My car with 400 horsepower plus on stock internals, on not internals on the engine, but stock axles work just fine. Matt, not safe for stock internals. That is correct. This turbo kit is not safe for a stock 1.8T. You will need to do at least engine rods. That's all. Banging 3H35HZs. What's going on? How's it going, buddy? So I'm excited. You guys don't understand. I'm very, very excited about this. Brian Lott, I've heard a lot about him. Number one, about max speeding rods. Just honestly, go buy Integrated Engineering rods. They're drop-in. They're balanced for stock motors. You don't need to rebalance your engine at all. Safest rods you can buy for your money. I'm not saying that because IE is like I'm a fanboy. No. It is the only company in the world that makes a drop-in rod that does not require engine balancing. Buy them. It's worth every single penny. For Icon HD, is it worth rebuilding a head? Well, it depends. Are you going to rebuild the engine for high performance, or are you just going back to stock? Because if you're going to go back to stock, then your best option is to rebuild the head for performance. That way you don't have to buy another head and all that, because it's just more money. But if you're going to get a stock head and rebuild everything from that, you're just better off just buying a used stock head. You'll be fine. Darren Vitro. Awesome. I just bought my F23 2 weeks ago. Everything I need. So we can install it. Okay. Oh, awesome. Hit me up. Send me some videos when that thing's done. I have a full DIY for that whole kit, just by the way. Icon HD, 2002 Jetta. Yeah, I mean, that's what you're going to need to do, man. Matt, I mean, every other company that makes rods do not make drop-in rods. Do your research. Integrated Engineering actually balances their rods to their engines to stock specification 1.8Ts. That's why they're so great. They just work so great. Yeah, it's kind of normal banging. Those things fall apart over time. They're just cheap plastic. You know, for the cost, you're going to spend about $500 on rods. Do it right. You do it once, you do it right. You do it wrong, you're going to end up spending more money rebalancing that engine because you vibrated the crap out of it. Thank you, Darren. I would love some of my followers' clips. I love to share what you guys do. It's always exciting. Yeah, I mean, I don't know any other company other than Integrating Engineering that makes rods that are truly a drop-in rod. I honestly don't know. If you guys can mention a company that you would recommend, please share in the comments down below. I would love for other people to see this and understand what you guys know. I mean, if I don't know, I can't tell you guys, you know. Thank you, Monroe. I'm very glad that you're learning. You don't understand how exciting it is for me to know that what I do is giving you guys knowledge to do things on your own, giving you guys the self-esteem, the confidence, the ability to do everything on your own. That makes me very proud as a person, as the part of the Volkswagen community. This is one of my favorite things to hear from you guys, that you guys are willing to do your own work. It's probably the most satisfying and most grateful feeling I've ever had in my life, to hear that people are happy and are willing to wrench on their own, because it's not an easy task, guys. I tell you that. I tell you that over and over and over. For how many times I've worked on Mark IVs and Mark IIs and Mark IIIs and all the marks. I am constantly learning, and I never stop. You guys see over here on my behind my shoulder, I have 3D printers now. I taught myself how to 3D print. I'm not gonna say it's super easy. I'm not gonna say it's super hard, but it's something that I taught myself, and I love it. And because of other YouTubers, I was able to learn how to do that. And that's what I love. That makes no sense, banging. Braden, thank you. Oh, man, that's awesome. I love the fact that Braden wants to become a VW tech. Good for you, man. Good for you. That's awesome, Devin. I love that. For Matt, for a 2-liter stroker, good question. The 2-liter strokers, there's a kit on Integrated Engineering. They provide you everything you need to do the stroker. The only thing you need to pay for or add are your bearings and I think rings, if I'm right or wrong, but double check that. Integrated Engineering has the best drop-in 2-liter stroker kit out there. There's nobody else that makes a better kit. Again, Integrated Engineering for Mark IVs is the company to go to. If you go to other companies, they use their stuff for part of their kits. Why not just go to the source? You know, Go to Integrated Engineering, get the stuff from them. They make the best stuff. I mean, they make amazing kits, and they're bulletproof. I'm already way past 30,000 miles on my Mark IV with my big turbo build, and I've never had a single problem. I had one oil leak, and it's because of me. It wasn't even because of anything else. So that just tells you a lot. Pedro, thank you. I appreciate it. I love the fact that you go to me for advice. Monroe, I'm glad I make it look easy, because it's not. It's really not. Even if you've been doing it for as long as I have, it's still not easy to do. There's a lot of weird stuff that still doesn't make any sense to me. But I learned. You know how I learned? Hold on. Says Espiritu Santo, amen. Right here, buddy. Bentley Repair Manual. All righty then. The most important book you will ever own if you own a car, period. This book is legitimately the Holy Bible for any car owner who wants a wrench on their own cars. This book legitimately walks you through step by step, bolt by bolt, anything you need to know. I mean, and you can see how thick this thing is. Every single engine for the Mark IV in the United States, okay, is here. Very important. This is how I learned, and this is how you guys learned from me. For Wayne, every sticker that you purchase or sticker and thing that you purchase is considered an entry. For example, this one guy bought $200 worth of stickers. He got 50 entries. Pretty simple. Let's see. HP enthusiast, just subscribe, and I agree with the IE. I am building a stroker kit right now. Thank you, sir, for reinforcing that. Braden Law, what do you know about the ATW block? The ATW block, I don't know much about. I've never actually even heard of those codes, so sorry. I think that's a European block, like not a U.S. model engine. That book is the Bible. Yes, Matt, it is my Bible and a lot of other people's Bible. So we all follow the same religion. Hi, Gehime. Hi, how's it going? Wayne, where you get that book from? Amazon, yo. Go buy that issue on Amazon. It's like $60 though. However, I will give you guys something special, super special. So give me a moment, okay? You guys want that book for free? Say that in the comments. Say yes in the comments if you want that book for free. Right now. In the comments. If you guys want that book for free, say yes. I want to hear yes. I only see one yes. All right. More yeses, please. All right. Give me just a moment and you get your book for free. Hold on. All right. Are you guys ready for a free book? Because check in the comment right now. There's your free book. Download that from my Google Drive, and you can download the Mark IV Bentley PDF book right now for free. Blam. Teach yourself something. Read something. All right? Learn yourself. Educate yourself. All right? I want you guys to learn because I care. All right? That's my Google Drive. Download yourself that book. Teach yourself something. If you have a question and it's not in the book, it doesn't exist for the Mark IV. Simple as that. But yeah, use that link. It'll download the book for you guys. I hope you guys will enjoy it. I got that from a good friend of mine, and I want to share it. So I want you guys to be a part of it. That book isn't cheap, and it's not easy to get a hold of. So I appreciate it that you guys are willing to download this book and use it. Only one problem. It is hard to navigate, so have fun with that. But you'll learn. You'll learn. Thomas Jackson. This swap has plagued me for many, many years. And I'm going to tell you this. I want to be honest, Thomas Jackson. Don't do it. A manual swap is not worth doing. And it's just not cheap. It's not cheap or easy for anybody to do. Meaning it's just a lot of work. Honestly, easiest way to go around it, go find someone who has a manual and swap everything over. If you're really, really adamant and you want to keep that car because it's so clean, Thomas Jackson, and it's not an ECU thing, it's a lot of stuff. Number one, it's not cheap. Unless you have, like I said, if you are able to buy a car, a complete car, not just part of a car, you need a complete car. I know it sounds weird, but you need a complete car that has a manual transmission, and you legitimately take everything out of that car and you put it into your automatic transmission. I know it sounds weird, but because there's an ECU that controls there's an easy thing that controls the there's an ECU that controls the automatic transmission, and it's part of your engine harness. You just need to get rid of the whole engine harness and use a manual engine harness, which will let you do everything you want it to do. Your biggest issue is pulling a wire harness out of a Mark IV is not the easiest thing out there. Correct. There you go, Braden Lott, TCU, transmission control unit. That is correct. And getting that out of the car, getting the stupid pedal assembly, clutch, brake, and gas is also a major headache. It's if you don't have any other cars and that you're adamant that you want this car done, and you found someone that says $2,000 in labor within, that is free. Honestly, that is dirt cheap. Like $2,000 is like, who is this? Like some random little Mexican dude? I'm Mexican, and I'm saying that because that is really cheap. That's a lot of labor, you know. And yeah. Monroe, you're welcome. Brian C. Hey, Al, thanks for talking to me the other night about my GTI. Not a problem, sir. Always love helping everybody out as much as I can. It's one of my passions, and I'm never going to stop because this is why. Yeah, anyone who knows about Mark IVs or just cars in general who want to go from automatic to a manual, it's not fun, man. It's really not fun to do. I won't do them. I won't do just for the sheer amount of time. It's just not worth it. I would rather go dump a big ass turbo in a car, pull an engine out, slap a turbo, build a tranny, and build an engine, than do a manual conversion. Simple as that. Sorry, man. I wish I gave you better information, but I'm not a fan. Thomas, this is what's dope about Mark IVs. Buy yourself a dirt cheap Mark IV, a dirt cheap Mark IV with a blown motor. Swap the motor out of your good car into the dirt cheap Mark IV. Voila, instant low mileage car. Done. And you got a manual. That's as easy as it gets. I mean, I can't give you an easier explanation. I mean, that's what I did with Filbert. That car. I mean, that car had over 194,000 miles. I wasn't going to use that engine. I had another engine. I rebuilt it, dumped it in there. Pretty much a brand new car now. Yeah, man. That's your best option. And you can start doing other work on top of that. You can start shaving the bay. You can do some wire tucking, some relocations, all that stuff while you're there. Might as well. You're going to pull the engine out. Just food for thought. For Brian C., if you can find someone that can get you a deal on OEM, get OEM parts for that. That is very, very particular. You don't want to go cheap on that part. Try ECS tuning. I do, if you can. ECS tuning gets you can get OEM, you can get URO, Miley, MYLE. Those guys, if you can get them in any of those, get it. Luke, I agree. All-wheel drive, 4Motion shell. Yep. Matt, what do you got for sale? Man, I'm trying to build a budget fun street car. I have nothing for sale. I'm giving it all away. You see that? Hold on, let me move over. See that right there? See all that stuff? Hold on. All that stuff back there in that box? That's all going away. I'm giving that away as a raffle. If you want to get something, buy a ton of entries, and you can get that stuff right there that I've been talking about the entire day. So, yeah. I got nothing for sale. Sorry, man. What do you Alan Ramirez. I've been trying to convince my wife to buy a wagon. You don't understand. I have a Passat wagon. I want to get rid of it so I can get a Jetta wagon, and she won't let me. Sorry, man. Wayne. Raffle will end when I reach 800 entries. I'm waiting to run to blue, 143. That's the dude. Kurum sent 143,000 miles on a 1.8T is like nothing. Just so you know, nothing. Brian C. Yes. Forgot to mention that. The Dorman kit is legit. I would recommend that. Guillermo Enrique, 4:30 a.m. here. Oh, man. Go to bed, dude. Go to bed. Casey Nolan. Yes, I do. It's just I don't drive it in the winter. If it's like 50 outside, well, California winter. If it's like 50 outside, it's like 30 in that thing. I'm not going to drive it. No. Alan Ramirez, that is correct. Happy wife, happy life. Braden Lott, who makes the best exhaust kit? Really? Go get yourself a custom one made. Don't fork out $1,000 for a kit. Get a custom one made at a good exhaust shop. What's up, Steve Kelly? I know that guy. He my homie. To reset the clock spring. Why would you need to reset the clock spring? Banging. Mark IVs don't have a clock spring reset. I'm curious. Yeah, I don't know what to tell you. Unless it's the Mark 6 or Mark 5, they have clock springs that are required to be reset. But Mark IVs, I don't think so. I've never seen that. I'm sorry, man. I've never seen that code in my life for a Mark IV. Never seen one. And I've taken out my steering wheel many, many, many times. Yeah, I wish I can give you an answer on that one. Sorry. I'll be right back. Brian C., that is correct. If you can get German parts and you get them affordable, buy them. Buy them for sure. Add some more comments. I'll be right back. I can get a drink. Ryan Lott, believe me, you and everybody else wants to win. This is an awesome contest. Now, remember, this isn't my only one. If this contest keeps going the way it's going, let me show you guys over here on the right-hand side. You see that up there in the corner? Way over in that corner, there's a set of wheels in there. We're going to give those away too. Might as well. Yeah, we're going to give away those wheels once this contest is over. No, they are not Arista wheels. Those are my old Radiate Sarcastic Ninja wheels. So they're there if you guys want to get those next. And that one's going to be a pretty quick contest. We're going to do 200 entries for that one. Once this one's over, and then I'll have another one. Very cool. Let's see. So for banging, yes, this turbo kit is strictly for a Mark IV. Makes over 350 horsepower. So let me go show you guys up close. I'll show you guys first the intercooler. This is a very, very big intercooler, and this is a bolt-on big intercooler from Eurojet. This is a legit brand. This is not cheap stuff. For banging, no, the stickers are not free shipping. I am shipping the turbo kit for free. Everything, this whole big old box of stuff down here is free. So this intercooler is gigantic. This actually intercooler is meant for over 500 horsepower. More, it's huge, dude. This thing's gigantic. Most people won't even run this for a stock turbo. You should. So this is legit. This is a great intercooler for a Mark IV, and it's a direct bolt-on. I'm And I'll show you guys a little bit. Well, I'll show you why. This right here is your crash support. Right here. This is a crash support beam. This replaces the one that's on the front of your car. So you can fit this big old intercooler on it. For Alan Ramirez, what's the best VW engine? How much money you got? That's honestly it. That's honestly what is the best engine. If you want most reliable engine, ALH or 2-point slow. Those two engines will legitimately outlive you in any day. In all honesty, 2-point slow, ALH, you just put gas in it and diesel in it, and it just runs forever. They never have problems. Those things can run out of oil and still run. I don't know why. They're just bulletproof. ABAs are legit. They're 1.8Ts pretty much. If you know that, the bottom end of a pretty much a 1.8T is almost an ABA block. So that's probably why they're so freaking reliable. So yeah, this support pretty much replaces the factory support that holds your bumper that you cover your bumper with. So you can cram a gigantic intercooler in it, which is pretty dope. Ryan cheats. I don't know, man. I'm still learning about older blocks. I wish I could tell you. Oh no! Freaking put gas in a diesel engine? Bad idea. Another part of the kit are these VF Engineering motor mounts. These are dope. These are probably the best motor mounts you can buy for your buck. They're $400 for a set for only left and right, not including the bottom. The bottom, which is another $200. So it's almost a $600 set. So you get a set of these. You get a dog bone with it too. This is what everybody wants to see. The turbo. This is a Garrett GT28 turbo. You'll see right here, it's not a tiny turbo. This is actually a great size turbo for anybody who wants to make some power. This is a ball bearing turbo. This is not a journal bearing turbo. So these spool very fast. This is a water and oil cooled setup. So I have all the lines for you guys. This is an AR, I believe, 60. Yep, AR 60. Cold side. And I think it's an AR. What's the size of the back? They don't have the stamp for the AR in the back. More likely, it's probably a matching rear, AR 60 in the rear. What's really dope about this turbo, they match the charge side or the inlet side to a factory size tubing on your car. So the Eurojet turbo kit, Eurojet, this is a ball bearing banging. This is a ball bearing turbo. This is not journal. Because usually journal bearing turbos are only oil cooled, no water cooled at all. They do make some, but it's not very common. This thing has a V-band. So I have the downpipe that goes with it. It's a matching downpipe from ATP. This is actually an ATP big turbo kit, not the Eliminator kit. This is actually the other kit that they make. That's actually a bolt-on. This kit you typically goes for about $2,700 complete, which is what they got from what I got for you guys, pretty much complete. All you need to add is injectors and a tune pretty much to get this working on your car. So legit. Now, this is a GT28. Let me show you my turbo. This is the turbo I used to run on my Mark IV. And this is a GT28. You tell me the differences. See that? This is a much bigger setup. This here makes 400 wheel horsepower, 400 plus. This here makes 300 to 350, probably more depending on your fueling style. If you go to E85, this will make more boost, more power, faster. So this is a slower spooling turbo. This is a journal bearing. A lot of people don't like journal bearing turbos because it's only oil cooled and they spool a lot slower. That's why it's so large. And you'll see, I mean, this is a big ass turbo. Now these turbos, you benefit from a journal bearing turbo. I'll give you guys. What's up, babe? Huh? Okay. Journal bearing turbos, a lot more affordable for everyone. They're not like $1,000+ for just a turbo. You can get a quality journal bearing turbo for $600 to $800, brand new. These don't make boost until about 3,500, 4,000. Now, a lot of people think that's bad. Well, think about this. Are you going to daily the car or are you going to track the car? One or two. You know, you don't get both. So the way that works is that I daily the crap out of my car. So low boost, the car drives like stock. I don't hit full boost until 4,000, and I only mess around with people on the roads every now and then. So perfect. I don't break anything with tons of torque at the beginning of my RPM range because that's how you break things. Unless you know how to drive, unless you know you're a professional driver and knows how to drive within the power band, and it's a different story. But people don't understand that. That's why I love bigger turbos. I went even bigger on my car. This is an AR 70, I believe. Let me double check. No, it's an AR 63. I went to an AR 90. So way bigger than this. Like this thing is like it's pretty gigantic. This turbo we're going to be giving away later. I got to rebuild it first, and then we're going to give away the turbo. This one needs a little bit of repairs. As you can see, the cold side is just spinning. That's because this is the turbo that actually was in Filbert when it caught fire the first time. So I kept it. It worked great for about another 4 months after the fact, but it finally went kaput skis. So we're going to rebuild it and then put this up for raffle. I'm probably going to give a manifold and a downpipe with it as well once we get to that point later in this year. But yes, the GT28. This is hands down the best turbo you can get for a 1.8T to daily and just to rip around and make fun of V8s. Awesome. For Brian, no, this turbo is pretty much a very low mileage turbo. I do not recommend rebuilding it. You'll see right here. You see this? There is no shaft play in this turbine at all. And what I mean shaft play is like I'll be able to wiggle this. You cannot wiggle this. and it spins beautifully. So there's no play. This is pretty much a phenomenal turbo. One thing you guys got to do and understand about GT28s and a real Garrett GT28, these things last forever, properly put together on a 1.8. They're phenomenal, um, phenomenal turbos. These things are super reliable. Garrett's are in all giant like semis and stuff like that. These are meant to be driven really hard and daily. So there you go. Next, ATP V-band downpipe. Right here. This is a legitimate downpipe for a Mark IV. This bolts on and goes in the right location for your Mark IV. All right. This is a bolt on. No modifications required. Bolt this up. We're good to go. Get the other part. Get another piece of the exhaust, weld it on, and finish it off. Very, very good. This is stainless steel. This was in the rain for a couple days, and not a single bit of rust on it. It's dirty because looks like whoever had this prior didn't really do a good job on their exhaust setup. Rest of the exhaust, as you can see, like this is all just soot on here. So, Alan Ramirez, we are building a VR on season 7. That's our next build. I'm gonna go all VR next year. It's only gonna be a VR. We're gonna VR the world. All right, be patient. 1.8 Ts are my life though. Well, here we go. Craving Speed. Craven Speed power pulleys. Now these guys are interesting. Ultra light billet pulleys. Okay, these are part of your kit. Whoever wins them, these are legit. You got number 1 crank or Brian C. Corrado is season 6. Yes. Scout, hold on. How bad is daily NAW with a bad PCV hose off the valve? It's not bad, Scout. You'll be okay. It doesn't cause any actual problems except for fumes in your engine bay. But I would recommend fixing it as soon as you can. They're dirt cheap, so just get them online. Good night. You guys have a good night. Brandon Lott, how good are 2.8s? How good are 2.8s? Oh, man. VR6s. That's a really good one. VR6s are probably my most favorite engine to listen to. Hands down, the engine I do never want to work on. I just worked on a VR6 this last 2 weeks, just swapping a clutch, and there were so many coolant leaks. It's not even funny. I love you, Tony, but I just got to tell everybody about your car. I mean, nothing's easily accessible in a VR6. Okay? Nothing makes a lot of sense in a VR6. Nothing is easy to do in a VR6. So, when people ask me about VRs, why don't you do a VR? Why don't you do this? I tell people I love VRs. They're phenomenal engines. They sound amazing, but they're not easy to work on. Unless you delete every single piece of junk that's in there, there is no room to do anything without taking the front end off, in all honesty. And it's faster to take the front end off than it is to take the top off and the intake manifold off. Just FYI on that. But we're going to do something. Alan Ramirez, exactly. The crack pipe. What do you need to do to take out a crack pipe? You need to take out your intake. You need to take out your battery. You need to take out God knows how many coolant hoses. And then you got to take off the coolant flange thing, which you're going to have to replace anyways because it's going to break on its way out. Then you got to get that one little 90-degree hose that comes out of it. And you got to have little carny hands, little tiny hands, baby hands, and get a little, oh God. And then you can pull the pipe out. It took me an hour to get the pipe out of the car. So, okay, back to the pulleys. So you get the harmonic or crank pulley. Phoebe is a really good chain, so stick with the Phoebe. TBXNE, yeah, I agree, but he had more problems than just a crack pipe. That's why all the other stuff came out. So yeah, not fun to do though. I mean, an SAA delete just makes things cleaner in your engine bay, and all honestly, if you don't have a tune, you're not going to benefit from it very much, just FYI. So back to the pulleys. So harmonic balancer, aka the crank pulley, alternator pulley, and power steering pulley. All these guys drop more than half the weight. And dropping all that weight makes your engine rev a lot faster. Now, here's the bad thing about these. The bad thing about running power pulleys is they make your engine vibrate more. Why? Why do they do this? Well, you get rid of the vibration dampener, aka the harmonic balancer, which has high fluid in it, which absorbs the vibration of the engine when it's rotating. You're replacing that with a solid piece of metal. Now, pros and cons. Pros, engine speeds up a lot faster, and you don't make any extra power. FYI, no extra power. It just makes your stuff rev faster. That's it. That's honestly it. That's the benefit to this. Oh, they look pretty. The ionized red is legit. I mean, I love this color. This is a dope color. So that's just an idea for you guys. It does come with the kit. You can use it or not with your turbo kit. Let's see here. We got more. We got way more stuff coming. Okay, next. Speedway. This is Thank you, Monroe. Oh, banging. I'm having a baby, dude. I'm having my first baby. I've been with my wife 15 years, and we are having a child. We're having a daughter. So all you guys who don't know, now you know. Now this is, thank you. This is a coolant expansion tank. This is pretty much your water reservoir. It's coming for yours. Completely custom. So you guys can mount this anywhere you guys like. Looks way better than the factory white bubble. Thank you, everyone. Thank you for the congratulations. You don't understand how excited I am, but I'm very excited to have my very first child of my own. You know, with my wife for 15 years. This is our 16th year this year, actually, in August. We count my birthday pretty much as our starting point. So, yes. Alan Ramirez, I bought her a Mark II with the 1.8 T swap that we're building for her. So, so this is the expansion tech that you guys are going to get with your turbo kit. Full on custom. Awesome. I'm trying to finish this up because I got to go to bed soon. You guys are going to get an OBX high flow fuel rail with AN fittings on both sides. This is an awesome rail. Actually, I've heard a lot of good things about these guys. So awesome fuel rail for your big turbo setup. So Sun Pro boost gauge right here with the swappable light bulb, so you guys can change out the bulb color. And then we got yourself a universal oil cooler with AN10 fittings. So another great add-on to anybody going to a big turbo. This actually is very, very beneficial to anyone who runs a big turbo because your oil gets a lot hotter since you're getting the engine a lot hotter in general. So good add-on for anybody. This is an aluminum oil cooler, legit stuff. And then the rest of the stuff over there. Everybody's talking about kids, and I'm talking about cars still. And just so you guys know, my baby is due in May. Luke, if you watch my current season right now, I have a lot of already DIYs on how to get your Mark II with a 1.8T in it already there. We still got a little bit more, but most of it's already there online. All that's left is actually the shifter, the shift box install, wire harness, and getting it up and running. That's pretty much it. That's all that's left on the Mark II. So I can show you guys on how to do that. Oh, and we gotta show you guys how to lay out everything on the radiator and boost stuff. So that's coming too. For GSX 1000, there's actually a phenomenal spot for an oil cooler on a Mark IV. If you're looking at your engine bay, pretty much right in front, underneath your battery tray, you have that bar where your horns are. get rid of your horns or relocate your horns and mount an oil cooler right there. Your front bumper has a duct that goes right into it. Best place for an oil cooler. You run the oil lines to your oil filter housing, and then just get an adapter plate to run to the oil cooler. Make sure you guys get a thermostatic plate so it only opens up when you go over a certain temperature, not all the time. You don't need that oil cooler running all the time. Only when your oil gets too hot, you have that oil cooler kick on. If not, your oil temp will get too low, and that's actually worse for your car than having your oil temp get too hot. You're welcome. Very, very welcome. All right. I am beat. I've had a long, long day today. Thank you for all the congratulations. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for all it. Did you ever learn Oh, yes, I have that video. I just got to post it. It's all New Year stuff, all season 6 stuff. So don't worry. You'll get all that stuff, Brian C. I've been doing a lot of electrical stuff for you guys, so I got some really cool stuff coming. So don't worry. What's it called? Thank you again. Have a good night. Buenas noches. Aloha. Good stuff. Good stuff. Good night. Good night, everyone. Appreciate it. Thank you again for all the awesome positive comments. Do not forget to share any of my videos, any of my posts online, all that stuff. The contest will not end until we hit 800 entries. So we're already to almost 200. Keep them going. Thank you, Casey. I'm loving my beard again. It's growing in nice and thick. I like it. Again, thank you, everyone. Have a good night. Peace out. Love you all. And enjoy that book I gave you guys because it is very important. Good night. Peace.